It is so hard to see your ex with someone. Sometimes we're wondering, did I mean anything for that person? Now they are dating someone new, maybe just after a few days, few weeks. We're gonna look today whether it is actually a good sign for you if you want to get back with your ex. We're gonna see what you should do, what you should not do in those situations. And I know it is so stressful, but bear with me. There's a solution, there's a way. Before I move on, just to remind you that you can subscribe and comment, make this channel alive and make the most of this content. I'm doing it for you, so it'd be amazing if you could subscribe and comment if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to reply. I also set up 15-minute calls for free for anyone who wants to have a chat with me. The idea of these calls is to really help you out. Sometimes just one sentence, one tip can change everything. And last but not least, you can take the quiz to know if you have any chance to get back with your ex. I left the link in the first comment of the video. So the first one is your relationship and the rebound. If you were together for less than 3 months with your ex, you actually could be the rebound of their previous relationship. So it's very important when I talk about rebound relationship, it needs to be with someone you dated for more than 3 months. It's someone they met few weeks, few days after the breakup. It's really important. There's something really right after the breakup. And it seems that they moved on. That's really important. In your mind, what you see, your reality is you feel that they moved on because they are dating someone. However, things are very different, and this is what we're going to cover today. It is very different in their mind. And one of the things I share a lot on this video is, on those videos in my channel, is you have the perception of the reality. I'm helping you to understand the perception of your ex's reality. Because I'm a strong believer that when you understand how your ex thinks, how your ex behaves, you understand what you have to do to get back with them, to align what your reality with their reality. So the second one is your ex will compare you. And this is where it's very interesting. Even though your relationship wasn't great at the end, of course, you broke up, they will start to miss your routine. They'll start to miss all the rituals. If you were living together, brewing a coffee, sharing a good moment with you, the projects you had in mind that now are no longer possible, your physical appearance, yourself, your qualities, your shortcomings as well. Because sometimes, and most of the time, people would tend to find a rebound relationship that's completely the opposite. So let's say your ex told you that, you don't have a job, I want someone with has a secure job, has a security. The rebound has a great job, career. Maybe you have a great career, you're very busy at work, and your ex decided to break up with you because you're too busy with work. And now he or she is dating someone who's more of an artist and has free time, all this kind of thing. So usually what they'll tend to do is that they find a rebound relationship that is quite the opposite of you in terms of your shortcoming and in terms of your qualities. And the good thing is that very quickly they realize that it's not perfect. So how to make sure that they experience this? It is very important, and even more important than usual, to get into a radio silence. Your ex will not know what you're doing, will not know what you become, and it is very important because at this stage they want to focus on this new relationship. It doesn't really matter. If you're in their picture, if you're around and if you're just texting them from now and then, they won't be able to really enjoy that moment and be able to compare things between their ex, your ex, because yourself, sorry, and their rebound relationship. I'm saying their ex because they would become their ex, trust me. And this will, tap into their curiosity. What are you becoming? The thing is, there's this ideal image of that new couple. In reality, and I always say that, is the grass greener elsewhere? Well, in reality, no. You're not perfect. That rebound relationship is not perfect either. He has, as I said, the quality, he has shortcoming. The thing is, very quickly, your ex will realize that all these great qualities, all these assets, all these things that this guy or this woman possess is nothing compared to what you've built together. Years of relationship, months of relationship together, the project you've built, the intimacy you've built, the memories you've built, and we're gonna go and look at that. It is very important. How can they compete with you if they just dated your ex for 2 weeks? Of course, there's gonna be this honeymoon phase where in the first days and weeks, everything will be amazing, but this doesn't last. This is what you have to remember today. This doesn't last. If they started to date someone few days, few weeks after your breakup, there's a big chance that actually they are looking for a honeymoon, something to release that tension from that breakup, but it doesn't mean that they are looking to move on. In reality, what's going to happen, if your ex is still in touch with you, it is a super, super strong sign. First, try to see if your ex is in the seduction mode. And if they moved on and then they seduce you, it doesn't make any sense, right? The other really important thing is if they contact you, they're in touch with you, especially with the radio silence, they feel that now they have this urge to contact you. What does it mean for that new rebound person? Is it really respectful that they contact you and they're in a relationship with that person? It means that the attraction with that new guy is weak. If they were completely happy, fulfilled, in their bubble, they won't feel that need to connect with you. Okay? So if your ex is contacting you while in that rebound relationship, it is a very, 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 very strong sign. And the thing is, that rebound person would realize that your ex is doing that, and their sort of respect for them will mean less attraction. 6 is your ex shares good memories about you, about things that you've done in the past. For example, a trip, an evening out, discussion, things that you shared, things that you were passionate about. And it creates that intimacy, it creates that strong emotional connection between you guys. And by sharing those things, it's also a signal that actually they're missing something, that they're a little bit sad about the situation. It's very important for that. 7, what you need to understand is your rebound is jealous of you. If that's the case, it is perfect. It means that they feel inferior. If they are jealous of you, it's because you're a threat, right? And therefore they need to put you down. And so they're not sure if they'll stay together, and they will feel that the attraction is fading, as we covered a little bit before, if your ex is contacting you or messaging you. The thing is, as soon as this rebound relationship gets jealous, he gets less sexy. Jealousy is not sexy, and therefore your ex will be driven naturally back to you. They don't want to be with someone who's controlling. They don't want to be with someone who's jealous. They don't want to be with someone who feels insecure because of you. What is going to create is going to create your ex to be actually attracted to you, right? And the number 8, don't show that it hurts. And this is obviously the hardest part. I know it is super, super hurtful to see the one you love with someone. However, and that's the thing I do with my clients, it's really try to focus on your reality, on the fact that actually this is not a good sign. The situation looks really, really, really shitty right now. If you just change your perspective, understand what I've just explained, understand that actually in their mind it's not as clear as it think it is, you can make it work. They need to experience it. They need to experience that relationship. You have to acknowledge that. The more you're going to push back, the more you're going to try to convince them that's not the right person, the more they'll push back. Okay? If you offer resistance, they will push back. And the more you provide them the opportunity to push back, they will push back. So the best thing you have to do, again, is radio silence, is let them experience. Let them make that mistake. They would therefore feel the loss. And by feeling that loss, they'll start to remember those happy memories. They'll start to have that need to contact you. which would create jealousy with that rebound person, which would basically send them directly to you. If you have any questions on this one, I know it's a very sensitive topic. Please feel free to comment. I reply to all the messages. Take care of yourself. Bye.